Before we delve into the importance of food, it is essential to understand what it truly means to be a chosen one. This term can have different interpretations, but in spiritual terms, being a chosen one means that you have been called to something greater, a higher purpose. This is not about being chosen by an external entity, but rather your own internal decision to follow a path of self-awareness, enlightenment, and spiritual growth. Being a chosen one implies having a responsibility toward yourself and the world around you, seeking not only to improve your own life, but also to elevate the energy of those around you. This concept is deeply rooted in the idea that each chosen one has a specific role in transforming the environment in which they live. To be a chosen one means being in a constant state of self-improvement, where the search for wisdom and truth becomes a way of life. This responsibility goes beyond physical or emotional well-being. It touches the energetic field, the spirit, and daily choices. Every decision a chosen one makes influences both their own vibration and that of those around them. In this context, food becomes a powerful tool to strengthen not only the body, but also the mind and soul. Therefore, food is not just a physical necessity for survival. It becomes a fundamental part of this spiritual responsibility. By choosing what to put into your body, you are also choosing the kind of energy you want to nurture in your life. A lighter and more balanced physical body becomes the ideal support for a clear mind and an elevated soul. It is as if every food you consume carries an energetic frequency that, when absorbed by the body, directly influences your mental, emotional, and spiritual state. When you choose foods that promote balance and lightness, you are not only caring for your physical health, but also creating a solid foundation for your spiritual growth. As a chosen one, you are seeking to become a more aligned and pure version of yourself, and food plays an essential role in this process. Imagine your body as a sacred temple, and what you consume as the offerings you make to keep this temple strong and harmonious. If these offerings are pure, the temple will remain firm, with unshakable walls. But if what you offer is of poor quality, the temple begins to crumble slowly. This is how the body responds to what you eat. It directly reflects the quality of your food choices. If you are on a spiritual path, you have probably heard of the pineal gland, also known as the third eye. The pineal gland is a small structure located in the center of the brain, and its function is directly related to perception beyond physical reality. Since ancient times, it has been viewed as a portal to spiritual dimensions and a crucial organ for the development of intuition and clairvoyance. For many chosen ones, opening the third eye is a central goal in the spiritual quest, as it is through it that true understanding and deep spiritual awakening can be achieved. When this gland is active and functioning fully, it allows you to have a broader vision of reality, beyond the limitations of the material world. The pineal gland is like a bridge between the physical world and spiritual realms, and when it is unlocked, you can access deeper levels of wisdom and understanding. But here's the challenge. The pineal gland can be easily blocked or calcified, and one of the main culprits of this calcification is fluoride. Fluoride, commonly found in drinking water and many oral hygiene products, accumulates in the pineal gland over time, creating a physical and energetic barrier that makes it difficult to access its higher spiritual functions. When the pineal gland is calcified, it becomes harder for a chosen one to access their intuition, mental clarity, and connection to the divine. It's like a curtain standing between you and the deeper truths of the universe, making your spiritual vision cloudy. The solution: you need to be selective about the water you drink. Start by replacing tap water with filtered or natural spring water, and pay attention to the products you use daily, such as toothpaste and mouthwash. There are many fluoride-free alternatives available on the market, and this is a simple yet powerful change that can make a significant difference in your spiritual journey. I know it may seem like a small detail, but by removing fluoride from your daily routine, you begin to pave the way for the unblocking of your pineal gland. Imagine the power of having full access to your intuition, being in tune with the truth beyond the material plane. This is possible, and many who have adopted this practice report deeper experiences in their meditations, more vivid dreams, and a clearer connection with the divine. Besides fluoride, there are certain foods that also contribute to the calcification of the pineal gland. Processed foods rich in chemicals can directly interfere with your ability to access higher states of consciousness. Industrialized foods, loaded with preservatives, dyes, and refined sugars, are clear examples of this. Whenever you consume something that has been highly processed, your body must expend more energy to metabolize these artificial compounds, diverting energy that could be directed toward your spiritual practices. These foods create density in the body, block the natural flow of energy, and can, over time, reduce your spiritual sensitivity. However, by consuming natural and organic foods, you are nourishing your body with pure and vibrant energy. Whole foods, such as fresh fruits, vegetables, grains, and seeds, are rich in prana, the life force present in all living beings, and help keep the body and mind clear, allowing your spiritual energy to flow freely. Have you ever experienced that feeling of lightness after a healthy, balanced meal? It's as if the weight you were carrying suddenly disappears, your mind becomes clearer, and you can focus on your spiritual practices more easily. This lightness is not just physical, it is also energetic. This experience is common for those on the spiritual path who begin to make more conscious food choices. Over time, it becomes evident that what we eat has the power to make us feel dense or light, and this density or lightness directly affects our ability to meditate, connect with the divine, and elevate ourselves spiritually. When you consume heavy, processed foods or those filled with negative energy, like the meat of slaughtered animals, you are bringing that same density into your energetic field. This makes your spiritual practices more challenging, clouds your mind, and makes your emotions more uncontrollable. On the other hand, a diet based on living foods, such as fresh fruits, raw vegetables, seeds, and nuts, brings this energetic lightness. These foods are closer to nature, and therefore carry a high vibration, making your spiritual connection easier. You can imagine the impact of eating foods filled with life energy compared to consuming processed foods that have gone through several industrial stages. The difference directly translates into your energy, mental clarity, and ability to connect with the divine. I personally notice a big difference when I spend entire days eating fresh, natural foods. My meditation deepens, my thoughts become clearer, and the feeling of being in harmony with the universe intensifies. It's as if the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds becomes thinner, allowing greater access to higher dimensions. This lightness you feel after a meal based on natural foods is not a coincidence. It is a reflection of how these foods affect not only your physical body but also your mind and spirit. If you are seeking to elevate your consciousness, one of the simplest and most effective ways to start is by changing your diet to include more of these foods. The change can be gradual, but the results will be noticeable. You will begin to feel more present in your spiritual practices, more connected to the energy around you, and more aligned with your purpose as a chosen one. An important concept I learned along my spiritual journey is the difference between living food and dead food. This may sound strange at first, but this distinction makes all the difference in your spiritual progress. Living food refers to foods that still carry prana, the life force, fresh fruits and vegetables, raw foods, seeds, and nuts are full of life. They nourish not only your body, but also your spiritual energy. When you consume living food, you are bringing this vital energy into yourself, which helps you feel more connected, balanced, and in tune with the natural flow of life. On the other hand, dead food refers to processed, canned, frozen foods, or those subjected to extreme temperatures that have destroyed their life energy. Meat also falls into this category, as it comes from a being that has been killed, often under conditions of suffering and pain. When you consume dead food, you are bringing this stagnant energy into yourself, which can create energy blockages and hinder your spiritual growth. One example of this is how you feel after a meal composed mainly of processed foods, like fast food. The feeling of fatigue, lethargy, and mental fog is an indication that these foods are not nourishing you adequately. They may satisfy hunger temporarily, but they do not provide the vital energy needed to support your spiritual growth. On the other hand, as you transition to a diet rich in living foods, you will begin to notice a significant change in your energy. Your mind will become clearer, your emotions more stable, and your connection with the divine will be stronger and deeper. Many people report that after adopting a living food diet, they experience more vivid dreams, more accurate intuitions, and an overall sense of well-being. This change does not happen overnight, but over time, as you commit to nourishing your body with living foods, your energetic field becomes clearer, and your ability to access higher levels of consciousness intensifies. In addition to food, another essential component of the Chosen One's diet is water. But not just any water. We are talking about pure and ideally energized water. The water you consume daily plays a vital role in your physical, emotional, and spiritual state. If you are drinking tap water, which is often loaded with fluoride, chemicals, and heavy metals, you are unknowingly interfering with your body's natural energy flow. I used to drink tap water without giving it much thought. But as I progressed on my spiritual path, I began to realize the importance of the quality of the water we consume. Water is a conductor of energy, and when we drink pure water, free from toxins and filled with vital energy, it nourishes not only the physical body, but also the spiritual one. One practice that many chosen ones adopt is water energization. This can be done in several ways, but one of the simplest is to let your water rest in the sun for a few hours, in a glass container, to absorb solar energy. Another technique is to perform a brief meditation or prayer before drinking water, programming it with positive intentions. It may seem like a small gesture, but remember that water has an incredible capacity to absorb and transmit energy. By drinking energized water, you are ingesting this elevated vibration, which can help clear your mind, calm your emotions, and strengthen your spiritual connection. Moreover, consider the impact of the water you use in other areas of your life. For example, the water you use for cooking should also be pure and clean, so that your food is prepared with the highest energy possible. Remember, water is an essential element that transports energy into your body, so make sure you are receiving the best it has to offer. Now, let's talk about coffee. If you're like many people, coffee may be part of your daily routine, something almost indispensable. But have you ever stopped to think about its real impact on your body and spirituality? Coffee is, without a doubt, a powerful stimulant. It gives you that instant energy, that boost to start the day. But in reality, coffee is not giving you energy. It is merely artificially activating the nervous system, creating a momentary sense of alertness that quickly fades, leaving you more tired than before. Furthermore, coffee stimulates the adrenal system, and prolonged consumption can lead to adrenal gland exhaustion, which is responsible for managing energy and hormonal balance. In my journey, I realized that coffee also directly interferes with meditation and mental clarity. Caffeine keeps your mind in a state of agitation, making it harder to calm your thoughts and access deeper states of meditation. I used to drink coffee every day, and although it helped me function on the physical plane, I began to notice that my spiritual connection was weakening. It was only when I reduced my coffee consumption that I began to feel greater depth in my spiritual practices. If you feel that coffee is keeping you too dependent or agitated, try gradually transitioning to natural substitutes like herbal teas. These teas can provide more subtle and balanced energy without the peaks and crashes caused by coffee. Additionally, many teas have healing properties that can help calm the mind and nourish the spiritual body. In addition to food choices, something that many chosen ones incorporate into their spiritual practices is fasting. Fasting is not just a physical practice of abstaining from food, but also a way to cleanse and purify the body and mind, preparing them for greater spiritual clarity. Many spiritual traditions around the world include fasting as a way to elevate consciousness and open the way for a deeper connection with the divine. When you fast, your body is not preoccupied with constant digestion, and this pause allows the organism to focus on other processes, such as detoxification and cellular regeneration. Furthermore, fasting brings a heightened state of mental and spiritual alertness, as it forces you to distance yourself from physical distractions and focus on your inner self. During fasting, many people report increased mental clarity, as if the noise and daily distractions recede, giving space for greater focus on spiritual matters. This happens because the body is not overwhelmed with digestion, and the energy that would be spent on this process is directed to the mind and spirit. Fasting is also an opportunity to practice self-discipline, which is essential on the path of the chosen one. By resisting the temptation to eat, you strengthen your will and learn to be less controlled by the body's desires. In addition to the physical benefits, such as detoxification and digestive rest, fasting can provide a deeper spiritual experience. When you fast with the intention of connecting with the divine, your mind becomes clearer, your intuition sharpens, and your ability to access higher states of consciousness increases. Many spiritual practitioners report that during periods of fasting, their meditations become deeper, their dreams more vivid, and their connection with the divine stronger. This occurs because fasting helps elevate the body's vibration, allowing spiritual energy to flow more freely. Moreover, fasting promotes a state of humility and gratitude, as by giving up food for a time, you are reminded that you are dependent on something greater for your survival. However, it is important to fast consciously. It is not about extreme deprivation or sacrifice, but rather about finding a balance between body and spirit. Intermittent or short fasts, which consist of controlled periods without eating, can be a great way to experience the benefits without harming your physical health. The main goal is not to starve, but to create internal space for the spirit to emerge more clearly. I personally started with intermittent fasts, where I skipped 1 or 2 meals throughout the day. Gradually, I noticed how my mind became calmer and my body lighter, allowing me to dive deeper into my spiritual practices. In the beginning, it can be challenging, but over time, the body adapts, and the benefits become more evident. If you feel called to try fasting, start slowly, always listening to your body's signals, and remember, the goal is purification, not deprivation. Long fasts without guidance can be harmful, so it's important to follow a conscious and balanced approach, always seeking to keep the body nourished and healthy. To begin fasting, it is essential that it is done with a clear intention. The first step is to define why you are fasting. Are you seeking greater spiritual clarity? Do you want to detoxify your body from heavy energies? Or do you wish to strengthen your connection with the divine? By setting an intention, you create an anchor that will guide your fasting experience. Moreover, it is important to choose the type of fast that best suits your lifestyle and physical condition. Some people opt for water fasts, where they consume only liquids for a period. Others prefer intermittent fasting, where they eat within restricted time windows, usually 4 to 8 hours per day. There are also those who do juice fasts, where they consume only fruit and vegetable juices during the fast. Whatever your choice, it is essential to listen to your body and not push beyond what it can handle. Fasting should not be a practice of suffering, but rather a means of cleansing and elevating the spirit. By following a balanced approach, you can reap the benefits of fasting without compromising your physical health. Another important aspect of spiritual fasting is the practice of gratitude. During fasting, you may experience moments of hunger, weakness, or discomfort. These moments are perfect opportunities to practice gratitude. Instead of focusing on the feeling of lack, you can be grateful for the willpower you are developing and for the purification process happening in your body. The practice of gratitude during fasting elevates your vibration and helps you connect with the energy of love and abundance. Remember that fasting is not just about the physical body, but about creating space for the spirit to expand. By practicing gratitude, you transform fasting into an even more powerful tool for your spiritual evolution. After a fasting period, it is important to return to eating in a conscious and respectful way. The body has gone through a cleansing process, and therefore, it should be nourished with foods that are easy to digest and contain high vibrational energy. Natural juices, fresh fruits, and vegetables are ideal options for this moment. Avoid processed or heavy foods, as they can overload the digestive system and undo some of the fasting benefits. When reintegrating food into your body, do it gradually and mindfully, always keeping in mind the importance of nourishing not only the body, but also the spirit. Just as you dedicated time and intention to fasting, the same attention should be given to resuming eating. Remember that the act of eating is sacred. Every meal is an opportunity to give thanks for the abundance of the earth and to nourish your body with foods that promote health and well-being. By choosing foods rich in prana, you continue the spiritual work begun during fasting, keeping your body and mind in an elevated state of vibration. Therefore, my friends, the spiritual journey of the chosen ones is deeply connected to the choices we make daily, and food is one of the most important. Throughout this video, we have discussed how diet is not just a way to sustain the body, but also a powerful means of elevating our spiritual vibration, cleansing our energy channels, and creating space for true enlightenment. Being a chosen one means making conscious decisions in all aspects of life, and what you put into your body is a direct reflection of your commitment to this journey. By eliminating toxins like fluoride and processed foods, you not only improve your physical health, but also prepare the ground for unlocking your highest spiritual potential. Decalcifying the pineal gland, for example, can open doors to perceptions beyond the material world, allowing you to see your path and the spiritual truths that are available to those ready to receive them more clearly. Replacing dense foods with those rich in prana brings a feeling of lightness, not only physical but also energetic, facilitating spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, and service to others. Furthermore, fasting, when done with intention and purpose, is a powerful purification tool, aligning your body and spirit in a way that enables a deeper awakening. Fasting teaches us to deal with our basic needs, and by doing so, we can develop greater self-discipline and clarity of purpose, crucial aspects for the mission of a chosen one. The dietary journey of a chosen one is, therefore, a reflection of their commitment to living according to the highest principles of spirituality. By adopting conscious eating practices, you are preparing to access new levels of spiritual understanding, get closer to the truth, and strengthen your role as an agent of transformation in the world. If this message touched your heart and awakened in you the desire to continue deepening what it means to be a chosen one, I invite you to take the next step on your journey. Subscribe to the channel to receive more content that will help you expand your consciousness, strengthen your faith, and find answers to the questions surrounding your spiritual path. Here, you will find a community that shares the same mission, to elevate oneself and others, living with purpose and alignment. By subscribing, you will be connected to a network of chosen ones, where we share insights, experiences, and learnings that can transform your life and strengthen your walk. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos, as each piece of content is designed to help you develop greater clarity, balance, and connection with the divine. Additionally, leave your comment below, sharing your experiences. Tell us about your journey, the challenges you've encountered, and the lessons you've learned. Every time you share your story, you contribute to the collective energy of all the chosen ones, creating a chain of light and inspiration that can help many others awaken to their true purpose. Don't forget, every step you take toward your spiritual awakening impacts not only your life, but also those around you.